We're coaching on driving the vehicle of your life in the forward direction. When you have reached the point, whether you have reached rock bottom or you're at the tipping point where you know that it's time to make a change, not even necessarily because things are bad, but because whatever your life is right now, it no longer serves you. And if you stay where you are, you look around, you look at your neighbors, you look at your friends, and you just think, everybody's kind of like deteriorating around here. Or you look somewhere else and people are so full of life, and you know inside of your heart that you still have a shit ton of piss and vinegar left inside of you. That is a critical point. That's a critical tipping point for you to get honest with yourself and know that it's time. That's the signal, that's the sign for you to take some sort of massive action and move yourself in the forward direction. Here's what I'm going to tell you. There's a lot of reasons for why something won't work. There's a lot of people who are going to tell you, you can't do this, or don't do that, you're going to ruin our family, blah, 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 blah. Like, there's always going to be that negativity, or there's going to be potential financial ramifications for making a switch, or you're going to have to sacrifice time watching TV or spending time with friends in order to do something else. But that's requisite. If you think back, that's what you had to do to get to this point. So all you're doing is reformatting it to take yourself to the next level. Because when you move to the next level, every next level it requires a different version of you. Right? Who you were in junior high was not going to get you through high school. And who you were in high school was not going to get you through college or the military or your first, job experience. You had to grow and you had to develop into something else. But I think many people forget, when you're in those early phases of your life, you don't have as much stuff to worry about, and you're just in this massive growing phase. But once you have learned, some life wisdom, this is killer. The left side of your brain literally takes over the whole entire head, and it remembers painful experiences, and it creates a lot of worry, and it creates a lot of doubt, and it creates a lot of negativity in and of itself. And when you surround yourself then with other people who are freaking broke dicks, people who are negative, people who have no dreams or aspirations, it's game over. In the negative for you, you will never move forward. So let me ask you a question. Whose brain do you more likely resemble? It's usually this guy over here, the busy brain guy. But wouldn't it be so much better if you could be clear brain? I mean, honest to God, this, if I could give you a visual demo as to what I do as a coach, I help you move from this to this in 8 weeks. All right? Testimonials. I got some. All right? There were 2 girls specifically. They stick out in my mind. One is a 40-something-year-old woman. She was basically like a prisoner in her own house. Like, gentle girl, just like the best heart ever. So smart. Came from a great family. Had her own money. Like, had everything situated. But she was dealing with a lot of shit with family estate planning and just all kinds of stuff. Would you know, this girl, I think within 18 months, literally did a complete life transformation. After we coached for 8 weeks, she did a complete life transformation. She moved from the suburban area of Illinois. She literally transplanted herself out, and she lives in Arizona now. There was another girl, early to mid-20s, lived at home with her parents, was on just like multiple medications for depression and obsessive compulsive, and wanted to date, and couldn't find any men, and blah, 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 blah. 8-week program with her. I think she came off of 2 of her meds, and again, it's like the 18-month marker. It's like so exciting. I believe 18 months later, she was either engaged or she was actually married by that point. So it's like phenomenal. I coach men. Abe was one of them, and within a 7-month period, that dude has done a complete 180 with his entire life. When we first started coaching and training, it was actually in a gym, and we coupled it with more like life coaching, if you would call it that. And he went from just basically like a partying life and, you know, working out and, you know, playing basketball and stuff like that, to completely revamping himself where he put himself in school. He got a second job in addition to the first one that he had, eventually quit the both of those, got a higher paying job, and now he's getting ready to graduate, you know, and begin that next level of his life. And the reason why every single one of those and a whole lot more were not getting any kind of results was because they were in this model. They had busy brain, all the reasons why the things that they wanted to do would never work, and they were surrounded by a boatload of negative people who either just clung on to them and didn't want them to change, or outwardly told them that they were never going to amount to anything. And that is a complete lie. So if you're at that transition point, okay, be advised, this is what I do for a living here. If you're at the tipping point, and maybe you're not even to an extreme yet, maybe you're at like a dream bubbler stage where you know what you want to do, you have some momentum, and you just need like a couple accountability sessions, if you want to call it that, to keep you having some sort of order and organization to be moving forward for your launch. That's exactly what I do. So contact me directly, all right? This is my email. It's Nicole, Nichole, at transformationgold.org. You can leave comments. You can message me. I'm on Instagram at FigureChick911. You know how to find me. If you've got my phone number, I'm not leaving it on a public venue. Please hit me up with that, and let's get you rolling.